Your mom's is so poor. She went to McDonald's and put a shake on layaway.
Is your mother so old she knew Central Park when it's just a plant?
Your mom's hair so nappy she gotta take painkillers to comb her hair.
Yo, later for that, man. This is what's
You got what I need,
man. Touch you. Oh, it's over that, baby? How about you then?
Come back.
Yo. Forget them girls, man.
Wow, what's up?
I got a little story to tell you.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage dripping, pouring with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her name, she said blah, blah, blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the show? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back mid-range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kind of strange. Cause when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no I don't, I only have a friend. Come on, I'm not even going for it. This is what I'm going to sing. You got what I need, but you say he just a friend, and you say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he just a friend, but you say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he just a friend, but you say he's just a friend. So I took blah blah's word for it. At this time, I thought just having a friend couldn't be no crime. Cause I have friends, and that's a fact, like Agnes, Agatha, Jermaine, and Jack. Forget about that, let's go into the story about a girl named blah 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 that adore me. So we started talking, getting familiar, spending a lot of time so we can build a relationship or some understanding how it's gonna be in the future we was planning. Everything sounded so dandy and sweet, I had no idea I was in for a treat. After this was established, everything was cool. The tour was over and she went back to school. I called every day to see how she was doing. Every time that I called her, it seemed something was brewing. I called the room, it got picked up, and then I called again. I said, yo, who is that? Oh, he's just a friend. Don't give me that. Don't even give me that. You bust this. You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, and you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, but you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, but you say he's just a friend. So I came to her college on a surprise visit to see my girl that was so exquisite. It was a school day, I know she was there, the first semester of the school year. I went to a gate to ask where was the dorm. This guy made me fill out a visitor's form. He told me where it was, and I was on my way to see my baby doll. I was happy to say I arrived in front of the dormitory. Yo, could you tell me where is door 3? They showed me where it was. For the moment, I didn't know I was in for such an event. So I came to a room and opened the door. Oh, snap! Guess what I saw? A fella tongue kissing my girl in the mouth. I was so in shock, my heart went down south. So please listen to the message that I sent. Don't ever talk to a girl who says she just has a friend. 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 Has a friend.
Yo, this sound alright though. Yo, me and Cool B, this gonna be our new single.
when you hear the story, you say it's alright though. Yo, Cool V, why don't you give me a cue? One more cue and then I'm ready to go in.
Don't you like when the winter's gone and all of a sudden it start getting warm? The trees and the grass start looking fresh and the sun and the sky be looking at best. Birds be singing, flowers be blooming, a lot of brand new cars be zooming. Fly girls look at the best they could be and the guys be duking down, you see. Besides all that, I like the warm weather, cause that's when you can get yourself together. I like Easter time with a grin, cause when I was I used to go to Coney Island. We used to eat a lot of stuff like cotton candy, cause back then it was like fine and dandy. We used to get dressed up in double knits and the plaid suit jackets cause they were legit. The good old days was back then, and the reason I reminisce cause
it's spring again. Everybody knows it's spring again. To the girls and boys and people above, this is the song of fall in love.
Now girls, have you ever broke up with your boyfriend and you thought that the world was coming to an end? Sitting around the house pouting for no reason, just because you thought your man was skeezing for a couple of days. Look gloomy and gray, thinking about the old happy days. All of a sudden the telephone ring, he begged for your forgiveness and you know what that brings. Joy and happiness into your life before you felt like your heart was stabbed by a knife. I'm telling you girls, keep the man that you got, cause if you cheat you might need a VD shot. You know two wrongs don't make a right, and if he did something wrong, don't do the same, it's not polite. Please don't make this breaking up a trend because
it's spring again. Oh, everybody knows it's spring again. To the girls and boys and people above, this is the time to fall in love.
now fellas, have you ever met a girl that tried to front and wanted you to act like you was on the hunt? I used to see my homeboys frown and fret for a girl that always try to play hard to get. I know I quoted myself, I must admit, and said anything you want, you gotta work hard for it. Need a diabolical, be obsessed, go out for something that a girl possess. They're really on yours, they're really on yours. They want you to treat them like Santa Claus. They want drug dealers and four-wheelers, truck jewelry, they expect you to steal her. Man, I know they must be bugging. They better hit the streets and do their own mugging. Cause in this case, you would just overlook her, send her on the way and say, I can't help you.
It's spring again. Everybody knows it's spring again. To the girls and boys and people above,